It's a pretty different episode, but at the same time, it's a value-packed episode where I'm going to share with you one simple strategy towards freedom in terms of time, location, and finance, which you have never been told or which you have never been taught in your schooling or in university. So where I'm going to share with you this one simple strategy. Stay tuned at the end, towards the end as well. Welcome to Pioneer Prosperity Movement. Here I am, Maddi, in front of you, your host, bringing you the value to you all the time. At the same time, this is quite a different episode from inside my truck. Of course, you can see I'm inside my truck as well because we are in travel. Irrespective of wherever I am, I'm here committed myself to bring you the values every single week through the podcast. So those who are listening to it continuously, so I'm so grateful to you. And also, if it is really valuable to you, feel free to share to your friends and your families. By means of that, everyone we can succeed together. So welcoming you all again. So here, today's episode is mainly about sharing you one simple strategy which you have never been taught or which you have never been told in any way in your schooling or in university. The one simple strategy, or you can call it as one simple hack towards achieving the freedom of life, towards living the freedom of life in terms of time, or in terms of location, or in finance. In saying that, of course, financial freedom, because that is required here, which gives you the options. The financial freedom is the one which gives you the options to live that kind of freedom of life wherever and whenever you are, which have never been told in such a way. So before getting into the topic, I would like to bring you a short story, a long story short, I could say. I'm not going to take much of your time because the time is the most precious asset here. I repeat again, the time is the most precious asset. But what we are doing here, but what we are being told here, or what we are believing, it means that we are believing in such a way that belief itself is not our own belief, because we have been told to believe in such a way that to work. Yeah, absolutely right. Right from the schooling, what we have been said, because that is injected not just within these 5 years or within these 2 years. That kind of limited belief has been injected, deeply rooted into us right from the childhood. Whether you agreed or not, that is what the framing is. We have been told in such a way. We have been told to believe in such a way with this kind called as, of course, you all can resonate to it. Right from the childhood, what you have been told to. When you study well, you'll get a good job. When you get a good job, you can work, and by means of working in that job, you will be earning a certain amount of income so that you can live the life. That's what we have been told. When you study well, so study properly. You'll get a good job. You'll get a very good job with a very good income. And by means of that, you will live the life. That's what we have been told. We have been told to study, get a job, and get the income. But the thing it is, people should realize that is, you study well, that's not a problem here. But when you're going to get a job, what you're doing there, as I said before, the time is the most precious asset. And everyone under the sun, we all know that everyone under the sun gratefully has been gifted with only 24 hours a day. Is it a long 20? Is it the 24 hours is so much or less? It depends on person to person. But at the same time, everyone has been gratefully gifted with 24 hours a day. What I mean to say here is, the time is not like so much here. We have given 24 hours a day. In that 24 hours, what we are doing is so much important here. Whereas, we have been told, as I just go back just before what I said, we have been told to study well, get a good job. we're coming to the job. When you're going for the job to work for someone, what we are doing? We might be in a certain category like either a full-time or a part-time, whatever it is. So when you're going a full-time, of course, most of the people, around 83% of the people are full-time jobbers here around the globe. So in that case, when you're going for the full-time workforce, what you're doing is we are working at least around 38 hours or 40 hours per week. So as I said before, 24 hours a day. If you're going to work 40 hours, just an average, if you say an average is around 55 hours globally, but if you say 40 hours in 5 days time, it means you're going for 8 hours. What you're doing there, you're selling and trading your time 8 to 8 hours in a day, mostly on the weekdays, right? Or some people like me, if you take, I work for 50 to 60 hours a week. If you calculate roughly and 50 to 60 hours, I could say that around 10 hours or not 10 hours, around 9 hours, I could say that. Some days I work for 10 hours in 6 days a week. So when I go for around 8 to 10 hours in a day during the weekdays, including Saturday, I could say, not the Sunday, what we are doing there? We are trading and selling our time. How many of you realize that when you're going for a job, you are trading your time. You are selling your time for money. How many of you are disagreeing with that? Nobody can. No one can disagree with that. Everyone must accept that here, when you're going for a job, we are trading our time. We are selling our own personal time. For what? For money. There's nothing wrong in it. Okay, if you say there's nothing wrong, that is what is normal. Yeah, that is what is normal because we have been told to believe in such a way to go for a job. Study well and go for a job. But no one said that when you go for a job, no one, no schooling, no university mentioned that when you go for a job, actually you are selling your time. Nobody said that you are trading your time. For what? For money. Did anyone say about that? No. Can we blame them? No, we are not here to blame. We don't have that kind of victim mindset to blame others. Rather, it is a time to realize that the time is the most precious asset, is the only most precious asset here. And how many hours do we have? We have only 24 hours a day, including sleeping, spending time for ourselves, for our family, and for entertainment, and for our passion, and to live the life, and also to work or whatever. So, we got only 24 hours a day. I won't scale it as time is limited, but of course, obviously, it is so limited in such a way. We all got 24 hours a day. It means the time is so capped. So in that 24 hours, if you end up in selling 8 to 10 hours a day to someone, it means by means of working in a job for the money with the capped time, if you are selling and trading time for the money, what we get is nothing but by means of selling our capped time, you're getting capped money. Can you able to see that? Of course, you got this, what I mean to say. When we are being in a job, we are selling, we are trading our time. Say an average of 8 to 10 hours a day. When we are selling our time 8 to 10 hours a day, we are trading that time for money. And when we are selling our time, whatever the money that we get is a capped money, because with the stipulated time that we are selling, with the capped time that we are selling, we are getting the capped money. Do you think that kind of selling, that kind of trading time for money is going to give you that kind of freedom of life? No. No way. Did anyone mentioned about this in your schooling or in your university or any sort of studies? No one said that. We are not having that kind of victim mindset to blame others. So, getting back to the topic here, what is that one simple strategy to achieve freedom in your life? In terms of time, in terms of location, in terms of money, finance. What is the one simple strategy? Is nothing but, I'm going to give you that answer, as I said before, the short story, because I used to do that. I did for more than 2 decades, for nearly 23 years in my career, unknowingly, because I have not been thought about that. It took nearly more than 2 decades for me to realize and to understand why I am not living the life of what I am dreaming for, what I am really after, what is really stopping me. Am I not working properly? Yes, of course I do. I always expect more. I always be more, do more, and have more. But still, why I couldn't able to live the life of what I'm dreaming for? Why I couldn't able to live the life of what I'm passionate towards? Why I couldn't able to live the life of what I'm really after? What is stopping me? Am I not working properly? Yes, I do. I did my bachelor's in the university. I did my master's in the university. I did my research studies and specialties as well in the university. But still, why I couldn't able to live the life? The underlying strategy is this one. Because for the past 23 years, as a, what I've been told, or what I've been believed to do so, and also what I've been deeply rooted in, injected is nothing but to go and get a job. That's what I did. I did a job. But what I did there, I sold my time. I traded my time for money. When I traded my time, what I'm getting is the capped income. And that capped income, is it going to give you that kind of the life what you're dreaming for? No. Is that the capped income? Is it going to give you the life of what you're dreaming for? No. Absolutely no. It might give you the kind of money to just live a life or to survive in the life, to pay the mortgage, to pay the bills, to pay the loans, and to pay the necessary things and live with what we have left with. Do you agree with that? Yes, of course. You can able to very well resonate to it, right? So, what is that one simple strategy to achieve the life of freedom in terms of time, location, and finance? Because many of the people came to a point that, oh, this is what is normal life. Of course, going to a job is a normal life. What is wrong in it? I was there. I lived in that phase as well, because I don't know about the other side of it. But still deep within me, of course, you also will be having that kind of the hunger or the fire inside you. What is stopping me? Why I couldn't able to live the life? Why you are always chasing? Many people say that money is not important, but still they are chasing behind money unknowingly, right? Of course, so how many people are working in the globe? Of course, many people are working in the globe. Why? They are chasing behind money. How? By means of selling their time. Are they living with that kind of freedom? No, absolutely no. Many people say that you must work hard on your job. If you say you must work hard on your job, okay, that's fine. Think about many of the tradies. If you say, are they living with the time freedom? I'm not discouraging. Don't go for the other judgmental stuff here. Whereas I'm not discouraging them. Of course, they are mostly important here. But at the same time, if you say hard working in your job is going to pay you, blah, blah, blah. Yes, it is going to pay you the bills. But is that hard working in the job, is it going to give you the freedom of life? Absolutely no. Those who are working in the trades or those who are really working in the field, are they living that kind of freedom of life? Absolutely no. So, hard working in the job is not going to give you the life of what you are really after. But it might be good for certain people, those who are saying that I am happy with what I have, I'm complacent, because they settle for that average kind of life. So, in that case, is it the life what you're really after? If you're really after that kind of life, that's different. I'm talking to the people who are aiming for more, being for more, and doing more, and aiming to have more to live the life of freedom. Because I am after that. So I just spent my time of digging myself, and also I wouldn't say digging myself, it is a wrong. I spent my time to realize, I took my time to realize what is really stopping me. Am I not doing good in my profession? Yes, I do. Am I not doing properly, working properly in my profession? Yes, I do. Didn't go for a studies or schooling in university? Yes, I did. I nearly spent around 8 years of studies altogether, I could say. 7 to 8 years of studies in the schooling, it means in the university. But both for bachelor's and also for master's and also a specialization as well. Am I not good in that? Yes, I do. I spent around some thousands of dollars, I could say. Altogether, I spent around $30,000 to $40,000 there. But still, why I couldn't be able to live the life of what I'm after is nothing but the answer is down. I can't say the answer. The one simple strategy to live the life of freedom in terms of time, location, finance is nothing but stop trading time for money. That is it. We have been told in such a way, time is equal to money. Right? Many of you would have heard this. That is why many people, what they are doing, including myself, I did that. They do two part-time job, or they do one full-time, one part-time job. Why? Because we have been told unknowingly, we have started to believe that if we want more money from the job, we do two part-time, or we do one full-time on the weekends and one full-time on the weekday and go for another part-time on the weekends. Right? Why? We are after the money. Many people say, I'm not after the money. Many people say, I am not after the money. Money is not so important, but they when you look into their life, they run behind the money by working one full-time, one part-time, or two part-time, or some people, they do even two full-time as well. Yeah? So what is that saying? They are selling their time. When they are selling their time, what does it mean? Because it is deeply inside them. What does it mean is nothing but time is equal to money. Is time is equal to money? No, absolutely not. The time is the most precious asset than money. Did anyone mention that? Did your schooling or university did mention this? No. The schooling and the university mention that. Study well, get a good job. Or even if you say about our parents or about our grandparents, whoever, your family, your friends, most of them say that get a good job, get a good income. Yes. It might have worked 30 years before, 40 years before, but now in the current modern digital technology, is it going to work out? It's a big question. You know why I'm saying that? Because the time is so limited, the time is so capped here. If you're going to keep on selling and keep on trading your time for money, what you're going to get? A capped income. I already shared with you about the economic gap. How far you're going to meet the demands of economic gap to live the standard of life you're after. And when you're about to raise your standard of life. So thinking about all these things, time is equal to money is absolutely wrong. Working hard on your job by selling and trading your time is no way going to give you the life of what you are really after. Or selling or trading your time is no way going to give you the freedom of life towards time, location, or finance. Not at all. It might lead you to an average life to keep paying the mortgage, to keep paying the bills, and to keep paying the loans and live with what you are remaining with that, what you are remaining after that. That gives you an average life. But that is not the life that you are after, right? Certainly you are not after. You are after the dreamful life. You are after your life that you are really after in such a way to be with your family, holistically, to be present, not just financially present, but holistically present all the time, most of the time, whenever they are in need of. And also you also have think about the kind of life, imagine this kind of life where you all started exploring the life of what you're really after. You might be having a passion towards travel, you might be having a passion towards singing or hunting, or you might be having a passion towards exploring the world in such a way, or any of the passion you might be having. And how many of you are really following the passion? Not many. Why? Because we are spending the 3/4 of our time in the work itself. Most of them by selling that time, by trading that time. And then we force ourselves and we fit in ourselves to live with the remaining time. And also we fit in ourselves to live with the remaining money with what we have after paying all the mortgage, all the commitments. Is it the commitments are wrong? Is the mortgage is wrong? There's nothing wrong in it. The cost of living is going to higher. It's going to rise and rise every single year. There's nothing wrong in it. But what we must do is, we must stop selling our time for money. The moment we stop selling our time for money, the moment we stop trading our time for money, that is going to give you the leverage towards getting an uncapped income. Because when we trade our time for money, what we get is a capped income. And moreover, what we get is an active income. When we trade our time, we must be actively present there to do the work to get the income. So active presence, it requires active presence by selling and trading our capped time for capped money. On the other hand, to achieve and to live with the freedom of life, what we must do is stop trading the time for money. Rather, we have to find an alternative source, alternative method to trade money for more money. Because time is limited, but the money is not. So in that case, that is a different topic I'm going to explore, that I'm going to share with you different values here. But at the same time, that's a very vast topic. I'm not going to touch much more on it. So here, to get that uncapped income, to get that uncapped revenue, to get the uncapped finance to yourself and for your family, to live the life of freedom, financial, time and location freedom, what you must do is, we must trade our time, our money, not the time. When we trade our time, we get the capped income because the time is limited. But when we trade our money for more money, that is where we end up in getting uncapped income. So here, what is necessary is stop trading your time for money. Rather, get that uncapped income. What I mean to say uncapped income is something when you trade your money for money, what's going to happen here? It means the money is going to work for you. Wow, I'm not after that. It seems something blah 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 blah. Of course, I understand that. People tend to be very defensive. Oh, that doesn't seem right to me because it doesn't seem logical. Yeah, I understand that because we have been told right from the childhood to save money. 30-40 years before 1970, yeah, that's fine, we must save the money. But after the 1970, there is no goal started for money is getting printed every single day, so there is no point in saving the money. That's a different vast topic again. I'm going to share it with you in the later episodes. There's no point in saving the money because we are living in the world whereas the economy is getting more and more digital, number one. And how many of you are having thousands of dollars in your wallet or in your purse or in your home? Not right. We are having a digital card here, credit card here, plastic card here. Everything is getting digitalized. The reason because it's a very vast topic again that there is only 4% of money exists in the globe. If you have $100 in your account, there is only $4 physical money. There is not. The remaining 96% of money is digital money. That's a different topic again. So in that case, when you're getting back to the topic again here, when you're trading your time for money, what you end up in getting is a capped income. When you get that capped income, there is no way under the sun you will be living the life of what you're really dreaming for. You end up in working harder and harder and harder, whereas it is no way going to take you to the life of what you're really after. Did you get what I mean? Yes, you got this, right? So stop trading time for money. Rather, start trading money for more money. I'm not mean to say like going for the Bitcoin or whatever. So I'm not after that. Actually, I'm not that kind of person. I'm not looking for with the lottery mindset. Whereas here you must understand that where I'm going to bring you the another topic as well in the episode. Stay tuned for that. Whereas if you're going to trade your time for money, you will fall into the left side of the cash flow quadrant. How many of you heard about this cash flow quadrant? Where I'm going to bring you the exclusive topic with related to the cash flow quadrant. I usually do social media live sessions in my Facebook and also Instagram. Those who are following my Facebook or Instagram, though you know that I've shared with you many values related to the cash flow quadrant, which has been explained completely by a person named Robert Kiyosaki. So if you're after that, you can go and read that book. He is one of the famous author for the book named Rich Dad Poor Dad. He also written another book called as Cash Flow Quadrant. If you are trading time for money, you fall into the left side of the quadrant. There are 2 quadrants on the left side and 2 quadrants on the right side. If you're trading time for money and if you're always looking for the active income, either could be in your job or could be in you as a self-employed or a small business person, because without your presence there, you will not get the income there. It needs either in your job or in your or if you are self-employed or a small business owner, you will always need to be there. Active presence. It means you are trading time for money. You will end up in getting a capped income because active income. Whereas on the other side, on the right side of the quadrant, the business people and the investors will be trading the money for more money. It doesn't require your active presence. I will explain it exclusively later in the further episodes. So that is why the people who are in the left side quadrant will be actively working until the retirement age because they are selling the time for money. Is it the way to achieve the freedom of life? No way. You know why? Because you're working for money. But on the other side, getting back to the topic again, on the other side, on the right side of the quadrant, the money is working for them. Can you understand now? Can you able to see that the logic behind if you can understand that? Yes, you got this right. So if you're working for money by selling your time for money, you are working for money. That is no way going to give you the freedom of life. On the other side, if you the money to work for us because the money is the master. Those who are left side quadrant, money is the master. That's why they're working for money. But they say, I'm after the money. But they do. But on the right side of the quadrant, that we are mastering the money. And the means of that, you are going to trade money for more money. That leads to more passive income strategy. This is the one which is going to give you the freedom of life. Because the more and more passive income, eventually you're not trading time, that you need to uncapped income. That uncapped income is going to give you the various options towards living the life of freedom in terms of time, location, and financial freedom. Did you get it? Yes, you got this. So in the further episode, I'm going to reveal some more valuable piece of core strategies and informations about this cash flow quadrant as I explained before, just now, And also, I'm actually, like I talked to furthermore people as well to jump onto our podcast, so that by means of that, you will be getting more and more values in relation to the wealth creation in terms of spiritual, mental, physical, emotional, and financial well-being as well. And why not to trade time for money, and why to trade money for home money? And we have a business strategies as we have certain business model as well, and how to do with this, and how have a certain business vehicle and means of we can able to make the money to work for us in terms of OPM and OPT category, and followed by we hope or deserve here to live the life of freedom. How we living now? So you can obviously, I'm just a car. I can be my capital, but at the same is noise. But wherever I'm committed. So that is inside the car. I'm just doing the what call as podcast session for you guys, for you to basic understand this. So it is no one's fault. It is not the system's fault. It's not the school's fault. It's not the university's fault. It is us. It's not even our fault. It is us that we must self-realize and get aware about it, and ensure that from here on, what we must do to bridge between, it means to jump from the left side of the quadrant to the right side of the quadrant, and how we can help you further using our business vehicle here. So in the next episode, in the following episode, I'm going to take you with me furthermore deep into the values in relation to the cash flow quadrant, and using the right business strategies and vehicle to make you to live kind of freedom of life. So stay tuned, and if you like this kind of episodes, feel free to share it with your friends and families. If not you, someone else can benefit as well. Of course, definitely is going to help you as well. I know about that. So again, thanks for joining me here. And if you feel this valuable, as I said before, feel free to share. And so grateful to you for making this podcast more and more to reach more and more people. And because of that, we all can live life the full, and let's all succeed together. See you in the next episode. Until then, I, Maddi, see you there.